What's up guys, we're here in Luang Prabang, and in this video, we're going to show you our top things to do here, so hope you enjoy it. Luang Prabang is an idyllic city located in the northern region of Laos. Situated at the confluence of the Mekong and Nam Khan rivers, this UNESCO World Heritage city blends natural beauty with historical charm and a rich cultural heritage. It's no surprise that this is the most visited tourist destination in the country. In this video, we highlight 10 of our favorite things to do in and around Luang Prabang. You'll need at least 3 days if you want to fit in all of these activities. Now let's dive in. We are Zach and Ina. We make helpful videos about destinations around the world so you can easily plan your own adventures. One of the first things you should do in Luang Prabang is explore the historic Old Town. Situated on a small peninsula, walking around this area is a peaceful and relaxing experience. The streets are dotted with a mix of traditional Lao and French colonial buildings, many of which have now been converted into a hotel or restaurant. Other than that, you can also find a number of beautifully adorned temples, and most of them can be visited for free. We have a blog post with a full list of places to see, eat, and drink in the Old Town, and you can find a link for that in the description below the video. Located in the heart of Luang Prabang, the Royal Palace was the residence of King Sisavang Vong and his family during the French colonial era. After the Lao Revolution in 1975, the palace was converted to a museum and open to the public. Inside, you can find sober residential quarters, with some rooms preserved as they were when the family lived here. But unfortunately, pictures and videos are not allowed inside, and you have to leave your bags in a locker room if you want to enter. In the southeast corner of the palace gardens, you can find the beautiful Ha-Pa Bang Temple, which is brightly decorated in gold. Adjacent to the royal palace is a sacred 100-meter-high hill with a small Buddhist temple. To get to the top, you'll need to climb about 300 stairs. You can find these stairs opposite the entrance of the royal palace. From the top, there's an incredible view over the city and the Mekong River. 100% worth it to come up here for the views. Visit at sunrise to have more peace and quiet, or at sunset if you're willing to battle the crowds for the golden hour panoramic view. If you decide to catch the evening views like we did, we recommend coming at least an hour before sunset to secure a spot. If you want to gain a deeper understanding of the country's history and ongoing efforts for a safer future, you should head to the UXO Lao Visitor Center. UXO, which stands for Unexploded Ordnance, refers to the numerous explosive remnants that still linger across Laos. These are left over from the extensive bombings during the era of the Vietnam War. The goal of this visitor center is to educate people about the consequences UXOs have on local communities and the ongoing clearance efforts to remove them. There's also a small theater inside that shows documentaries on the topic. The center is free to visit, but you can leave a donation at the exit for an amount that you're comfortable with. Every evening from 5 to 10 p.m. in Luang Prabang, the main street in front of the Royal Palace is closed off from traffic. This street is turned into a night market, where you can stroll around and shop for souvenirs. These stalls sell anything from clothing to traditional handicrafts, paintings, trinkets, tea, and coffee. There's also a small food court where you can find affordable and tasty street food, such as grilled meats, noodle dishes, and fresh fruit shakes. A more peaceful way to experience the sunset in Luang Prabang is to take a boat ride on the Mekong River. Cruises leave from the riverbank in the Old Town and generally last about 2 hours. That's plenty of time to enjoy the breathtaking scenery that surrounds the town. The boat tour we joined had comfy seats, a bar, and tapas food service. One welcome drink and a snack was included in the price. We left a link to the boat company we booked with in the description below the video. Another interesting museum we recommend visiting in town is the Traditional Arts and Ethnology Center. The museum houses informative and engaging exhibits, offering insight into the richness of Laos's ethnic cultures. Artifacts on display include traditional handmade clothing and textiles, jewelry, and much more. There's also a small shop where you can buy handcrafted items made by minority artisans. Learning about these different ethnic groups is especially valuable if you're planning to visit some of these villages on your Laos trip. One of our favorite activities in Luang Prabang was learning about traditional rice farming at the Living Land Farm. This farm is situated in a serene countryside setting just outside of town. From start to finish, you're actively involved in the rice farming process, including planting the seeds, plowing the fields with water buffalo, and harvesting the rice. This half-day hands-on experience will give you a deep appreciation for the hard work and skill that's required to grow this staple crop. At the end of the tour, we also got to indulge in some rice-based treats. Our friendly guide and local farmer was very passionate about sharing his knowledge and way of life. He also talked to us about the importance of rice to the Lao people.
My name is Kam. My full-time job is here, a presenter at Living Land Farm. Most people in Laos, they eat always rice, but mostly sticky rice, breakfast, lunch, dinner. Even rice noodle. They don't eat rice, but they eat the noodle. It's also the rice from the rice flours that I show you.
When people pay for their tour here, where does that money go to?
They pay for the staff salary, pay for the tax, half of the fee. We're helping the local kids here. Free English class. Sometimes we buy some book and give to them. Also, we are helping people from the countryside who want to study. Thank you so much. Thank you for your visit. I wish you good luck.
It's best to book this experience in advance as spots are limited. Find the booking link in the description below the video. The Kuang Si Bear Rescue Center, also known as Free the Bears, is located an hour drive from Luang Prabang. It's actually included in your ticket to the famous Kuang Si Waterfalls, which we'll talk about next. This sanctuary serves as a safe haven for moon bears, also known as Asiatic black bears, which have been rescued from illegal wildlife trade. At the center, you can observe these majestic creatures up close and learn about the conservation efforts. You can support this cause by buying the merchandise at the center. Finally, you can't leave Luang Prabang without visiting Laos's most beautiful waterfalls. The Kuang Si Waterfalls are located in the lush jungle about 30 kilometers from the city center. These impressive falls cascade over multiple tiers, creating a stunning display of crystal clear turquoise pools. The main highlight is the 60-meter or 200-foot tall main waterfall. If you're feeling adventurous, you can also hike to the top of the falls, where you can take a short raft tour for a small fee. Swimming is allowed in most of the pools, and changing sheds are provided. There are also a number of restaurants and shops, so you can easily spend a half day or full day here.
The waterfalls are very popular, so it's best to come as early as possible right after opening time, so you can experience these waterfalls in a lot more of a quiet atmosphere.
This was our top selection of things to do in and around Luang Prabang. But of course, there are many other activities that are worth checking out if you have more time in the city. We've included a list of those on the screen here for you. If you're planning your Laos trip, we recommend keeping things organized with our interactive travel planner. Find a discount code in the description below the video. We also included important links that you'll need for your Luang Prabang trip in the description, such as an interactive map with where to stay and eat. We'll catch you on the next adventure.